Oi boys, welcome back to another video on the channel. We are back with another lineup prediction type video, and it is the New South Wales Blues. Now when it comes to the Blues, I really don't see many changes heading into game 1 of this series, unless of course they are forced changes due to injury. And yeah, let's just get right to it. So for the back 5, I've got James Tedesco. I think Brian To'o will return in time for game 1. Got Donny Staggs to replace Latrell Mitchell. Tom Trbojevic also should be back, and Josh Addo-Carr. Now I've been tossing up between Donny Staggs and Steve Crichton to replace Latrell Mitchell, but comparing the two, I think Donny Staggs is way more of a threat than Steve Crichton is, and his performance this past week, first of all coming out before the game saying he's going to give Tevita Pangai a run for his money, and then coming out and doing that, I think that solidified his spots in that Blues back 5 for game 1. As for the selection of James Tedesco, I can't even believe that's a topic of discussion, replacing the series winning captain. Yeah, Pappenhausen's hot at the moment, but there is no shot they replace James Tedesco. For the halves, I've got Vegeta and Goku. I mean, Jerome Luai and Nathan Cleary. It's a no-brainer really. As a duo, they may very well be the form halves pairing in the league at the moment. Actually, let me walk that back. Cam Munster and Jerome Hughes are right up there with them. As for the front row, like I said, regardless of form, a majority, if not all of these players that got the series win last year will return. I think will return. And we've got Daniel Saifiti, Damien Cook, and Jake Trbojevic in the front row. As for the back row, we've got Cameron Murray. A little iffy on Tarek Sims. He's the only player I see in this forward pack that'll get a straight swap. Respectfully, of course, we'll talk about it after we get to the bench. And at lock, of course, a lock, no pun intended, that's Isaiah Yeo, the form lock in the league. And finally, to round off the 17 on the bench, we have Jackie Whiten, Junior Paulo, Regan Campbell-Gillard, and Liam Martin. And for 18th man, Ryan Pappenhausen. Not gonna lie, I was tempted to throw Pappy on the bench, and I was thinking of putting Talakai on the bench as well, and chucking Liam Martin in for Tarek Sims, but like I said, I feel like a majority of the players that were there last series will return, at least for game 1. As for the selection of Regan Campbell-Gillard, Payne Haas is currently carrying an injury and we don't know just how bad it is. Knock on wood, he remains injury free. Not for the Blues' sake, for the Broncos' sake, but it's looking pretty rough for Payne. He was looking pretty banged up in that win that the Broncos got over the Sharks last night. So Regan Campbell-Gillard to replace him. In the 14, Jack Whiten over Ryan Pappenhausen for reasons explained earlier in the vid. And that about wraps up my prediction for the New South Wales Blues State of Origin Game 1 lineup. So what do you think? Will the Blues pick and stick for the first game of the series this season, or will they pick some players that are in form at the moment? The Ryan Pappenhausens, Nico Hines, Tevita Pangai. There's definitely a couple of question marks surrounding the Blues selection for game 1. Even Api Koroisau getting picked over Damien Cook, I can definitely see happening. As always, if you enjoyed that and would like to see more rugby league related content or more content in general, be sure to run and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you.
Let me from my gangs.
Later.
Real quick, goes up, gang to the 6, got me